Hey y'all, I wanted to talk about the symptoms I have compared to when I am depressed or when normal or bipolar. A lot of people have some misconceptions about bipolar means like I have good times and I have bad times. What's your problem? And so let me tell you about my problem. That's okay. I have when things are good, not manic, but good. I think I do experience what others experience. I have good days, I have bad days, but bad days are followed by good days, and good days are why you live. In the last 5 weeks, I've had really bad days. And it's one of those things where I do not, it's not the right word, but demonstrate to other people that I don't express the fact that I'm not well. I just act like nothing's wrong. Like the Killers have that song, I smile like you mean it. And that's what I do. And I have missed a day of work. This is January 2023. So I missed a day of work for 5 days, and that includes Christmas and New Year. So like in the I couldn't even succeed at going all 4 days. Like that was just too much, and you can blame it on the trazodone I was taking to sleep if you want to. You can blame it on Justin's being lazy. Um, you know, but I want to talk about the things I experienced. So this is day 3 of my current manic episode. Friday night I didn't get any sleep. Saturday I got 6 hours, and Sunday I got four and 3/4. And so it is now 10:57 exactly, Central Time, and these are my um, yeah. So I give I think it's recording. I give the scientific community rights to use my videos, even though they're on YouTube. All right, so I have this list. I title it "Symptoms of Bipolar Manic Episodes" for author Justin Rosenberg. So there are 10 things, and they're not in any particular order. So definitely more talkative. I would not have, you know, do a video normally if I'm depressed, which we wouldn't either. I have aphasia. Aphasia I got from my stroke. So it's a long story, but basically it just means I didn't know what it means. It means someone has trouble speaking. They can't think of a word. So for me, I usually get stuck because I'm trying to. The way to explain to me is I try to remember something and I can't remember it, but after a while, a pause or something else, I remember it, and then I can continue on. And it's something that's it's just you have to accept that about me. So anyway, number 3, I spend money. So I have a rule that I have even when I'm not manic, which is supposed to be 24 hours if I purchase anything more than $100. I spent $1,000 on magic cards Saturday. that was pretty a lot of money. But luckily I was able to justify it because I'm stupid. Number 4, I have less need for sleep. I mean, wouldn't everybody like that? Wouldn't you like it if you could stay up, like you could live on 4 hours of sleep and have 20 hours of productivity? I love it. I just don't like the crashing that will happen inevitably. It doesn't matter what I do. I could get off all medication and I would crash. And if I wasn't in a loving relationship, if I didn't have family, if I didn't have friends, you wouldn't be watching this video. Don't respect personal boundaries. So, this is interesting. So, I'm going to tell you a little story. I lost my virginity to a lesbian. And that's just the truth. I know that she was a lesbian. She knew that she was a lesbian. She had done it with other guys. So technically, someone might say she's bisexual. But I would guess if you looked her up, she's probably happy with one other woman. And I felt betrayed. I was like, how can anybody do that to somebody? To steal their virginity and then find out that you're lesbian. And I had a new respect for honesty and for the truth. And this was before 2016, 2020, and January 6th, and all that stuff that's out, not in this video. But because of it, I decided that it's better to be truthful than to say a lie that's okay, which is what I call like a white lie. Like, you look nice in that dress, honey, is what you say when you're asked, does this dress make me look fat? And if you were to say, I'm sorry, that dress doesn't look good because you're fat, that would not be good. And when my brain is not so active, I don't tell people they're fat. But now, I'll just tell you, I'll be honest with you, because I think, and I might be naive, but I think if everybody was honest with each other, we would have a better society. If it was okay for people to say, you look fat in that dress, I wouldn't order it. If everybody said that, if everybody's were comfortable with that, then I think I think it would be better. So anyway, number 6 is really honesty, but number 7. So 5 and 6 can be combined. 7 is something that's really interesting. So I love these. Let's see here, Under Armour. I'll advertise for them. I drink a lot of water. When I'm normally, I probably have 1 or 2 of these per day. And when I'm depressed, I have less. So how do I know is there's a tracking, no, because of because I take this to the living room when I'm working from home, and at lunchtime I have my water bottle and my iced tea. And because I had the water bottle, I was noticing, like, this water bottle, I'm not drinking it. And if I drink it between the morning and 11, it would be good. And I don't know what it is. And I asked my psychiatrist, um, you know, do you have anybody experience that? I want to know other patients that have bipolar disorder. And she said, no. She said, I've never heard of that. Now she's kind of new, and I might be interested in knowing if you have experienced that, because normally I'm not like thirsty, and my only explanation is I'm more talkative, and that would, and my mind is like racing, and both of those would cause me to drink water. Maybe just that simple. I have more energy. That was one of them that I deleted from my list, so we'll pretend that's number 6. More energy. Number 8, which is related to more energy, is I walk. So I'm very thankful for a Garmin. That's how I know all this information. If I look at my walk history for the last year, it like starts out low. I'll do my best to put this somewhere. It starts out like this, and then it goes up like this, and then it goes down like this. And so that would tell someone that they have seasonal affective disorder or SAD. So they might, you might be asked if you're sad, and not really mean that you're really sad, but just in the winter sad. So my psychiatrist and I are working it out. Walk more. For example, I'm gonna not cut this out because I'm tired, which is a good thing. Oh, here's the chart. Ooh, come on, focus. Damn you! All right. Well, you could maybe see that. What was I looking up? Oh yeah. This is, I'll try to do the best. Can you see that? It's really, yeah. But anyway, this is Monday. I don't know how's this. Yeah, okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I went out. Hey, look at that. 2 weeks. I went out to walk when I came home on Saturday, but on Sunday and Monday I didn't, and I guess this is technically the day's not over, so I might run around afterwards, because I need to like get the energy. It needs to go somewhere. It's like when I word vomited, when I went manic, and it was really the worst I ever had. The energy has to go somewhere. I'll just say that. I want to be more involved with the city. So part of this is just me and who I am. I'm Justin Rosenberg. I'm a computer scientist. I scratch my neck, and I love computer science. I just lucked into it. I was fortunate enough to be white, and I'm not privileged enough to be white and live in a good town with a good school. That the school had a programming class, and I got into that programming class, and I fell in love. And when I got in that program class, they were collecting a lot of people, and they said like, another class, a class that was like an internship class. So if you use your electives, I'm going to use like phrases that people understand. So if you use your electives on this course for one semester, they will place you. You don't even have to do the hard work. They will place you in a business as an intern. And most people were business. This is in high school, but they were like business majors, or just maybe they just didn't want to do anything, and high school was going to be it. And it was like this was a great way for someone to get experience. And I worked at Taco Bell, and I'm like, I said, sure, I don't have to fold tacos. They don't have to call me Bacon Boy anymore if I just can get an internship. And so I signed up, and it was great because for the first like 2 weeks or to 4 weeks, they didn't have anything for me. They're like, we thought we could find you something, but we couldn't find you something. And finally, they got me an internship as a software developer for Allied Signal, which since then they were bought out by Honeywell. So I think they're Honeywell. I know they're Honeywell. I think Honeywell didn't get bought out by somebody else. But anyway, and then like fast forward to college, when in college I went around to interview people, and one of the people that I interviewed that I really liked was Carmen. And that time was I graduated in 2001 college, and so at that time they were looking more for like computer engineering majors, like people who had EE, electrical engineering, or computer electronics, then CS, computer science. And so I had a computer science degree at that time. Now it would be easy for me to get a job, I think. And anyway, I remember vividly walking up to this booth, and it was IBM, and I said, hey, I didn't say this, but I felt like it's IBM. Like, who wants a job with IBM? And my feeling was I want to get back to whatever stupid thing I wanted to do as a college student. So I'm like, here's my resume. Can I shake your hand? You guys are great. And what else? I just feel like I just rushed it. I just just snap, and I left. And I'll tell you more if I remember. But I do remember I got the job at IBM, and I was amazed because when I went to the they had like a second interview. They're like, don't worry guys, if you make it to this point, I mean, they paid for my airfare to go to Dallas, Texas, because they had, for whatever reason, all the college students that had IBM jobs went to Dallas, Texas. And so they're like, if you made it, they're going to be interviewing you, but if you made it here, don't fret. Don't worry. You can't screw up. And I'm like, you mean you guys interviewed? And I was the only person at Kansas State that was chosen by their recruiter, and I never really interviewed. All I did was hand them a resume, tell them I liked them for some bullshit reason, and then go to do whatever I wanted to do. So anyway, this is tangents? might have been a little tangent there. This is number 9, want to be involved with the city. So anyway, I'm a programmer. I love my job. I love the pay. I love stocks and bonds and all that, and I have other videos about how to make money the right way. Well, that's anyway, the right way. So fast forward to 2016. I don't know if you realize this, but Trump was elected, and I told myself, if Trump can be elected president of the United States, and I can do something that helps the city, the local government. I was like, I had a dream when I was in high school that, in fact, I was on, what's the name, 96.5, which is a local Kansas City station, and I went there, and I remember telling them that I was going to be president, and thinking that's totally normal, that everybody thinks they can be president, and I really would love that recording of me saying that now, but the guy was like, kept blowing me off every time I told him, at the time, come on, man, give me the city, get this audio, and he's like, yeah, and then they didn't do it. So anyway, so because I'm a child of two wonderful people, and they're both teachers, and one of them was my father has passed away, and my father was a political science teacher at Kansas State University, and I have fond memories of sometimes going to work with him, and I remember, I don't know the brand of it, but like Cars, crackers. So like it was like cheese crackers with like peanut butter in between. I'll look it up, and if I find it, I'll put it in the doobly-doo. And anyway, he passed away, and I want to say he passed away in like 2019 or 18. Sorry, Dad. 19. Anyway, so when 2016 rolled around and I said like, hey, I can do something, I went to a local like thing where they like train people how to run for office, and I'm like, I don't want to run for office, but I had a meeting with my local representative. So Overland Park's really weird that they have 6 districts, and the district I live in, they have 2 representatives, and they alternate the years that they are elected. So I met with both of my representatives, and at the time it was Kurt Skoog and Paul Lyons, and I talked to them. They're like, if you really want to get involved, here's like some citizen committees, and I was given like the CGBG committee, the Neighborhood Executive Council, and then the Environmental Advisory Council. And I joined all 3. I ended up leaving 2 of them just because they weren't what I expected. This video is getting really long, I'm sorry. But the Environmental Advisory Council, I really liked them, and they especially got good, in my opinion, good when Melissa Cheatham joined, which is she's currently my now city council, and I was really involved in like, I think it's this one, maybe, yeah. I'll show you. Chris Newland, if you're watching me, I'm must be running for council and stupid. So if you look at this copy community, it was something like, hey, I want to do that if I run. So I interviewed I think I have like 10 interview dossiers, whatever. But anyway, let's get back on track. Like I showed you that graph, and sometime in that August to September range, when I had a conversation with my wife, and I had a conversation with my two best friends, Tom and Matt, and they said I shouldn't run. And it was right when Kansas voted, so it was November? It was after November, actually. That's more accurate. So maybe I'd stopped walking before then. And November something, I heard someone I know, Denise is her name, I think. Yeah, Denise. I won't say her last name. And I was like, hey, will you be my campaign manager? And she's like, honey, this is his night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I was like, that's cool. That's an example of her asserting herself and me not being offended. I wish everybody were like that. Anyway, so yeah, November. So in November, it was basically said not to run for city council because, sorry, let me go back. One thing that she said, not related to me, is you have to have support from your wife. You don't have to have your wife run with you, but you have to have your support from your wife. And yeah, that was disappointing. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I was really disappointed. And I was really depressed. And I just didn't care anymore. So I quit EAC. And I'm talking to Kurt, who, remember, was the guy that I'm talking to Kurt about possibly uncanceling. That's a thing. I don't know. It sounds like it might be, but asking if uncanceling is an option, which I don't know if it is, because they have 3-year term limits, or 3-year term limits, 3-year equivalent to 3-year term limit, but you can go on forever. So it's not like a term limit. It's more like they allocate you for 3 years, and at the end of those, you can have a choice. And my choice was, I was like, hey, this is coming up my 3 years. 2022 is my last, and I told everybody in the meeting, and they were shocked. And I was like, I was thinking like, well, I was really depressed at the time, but even if I wasn't depressed, I'm thinking like, why do you want me here? Because I don't have any environmental background. You know, like you're a recycling person, you're a energy person, like you may work for, you maybe just be building buildings, but you actually affect the environment. I work for a laboratory. Our effect on the environment is a lot of pee and urine, which is the same thing. So anyway, so I want to be more involved. I would like to run for city council. Number 10, number 10 is I cry a lot, more than normal. I have a unique thing about me is I cry almost every movie I go see. Even if no one else in the theater is shedding a tear, I have a moment, usually whenever the director's climax is, or like a backstory or something that somehow I can relate to, which I usually can, makes me cry. But when I'm manic, like right now, I cry. So I got bonus number 11. I know everything. I can solve the world's problems. If you want the next big business idea to make $1 million, no, I don't know. But I do know that some of my ideas, if I actually followed through on them, I would be fairly more rich than I am now. And I would have been bought by Amazon because they bought Comixology, and I was really into comic books at the time, and I invested in a shop, so I was gonna like share space, so that they were going to rent computers out for you to game in. It's not a very good idea, and I was gonna sell comic books because you need a brick and mortar store to get the comic books. And if I was successful in that, I had this great idea that that you will be reading comic books. Like I had this idea in like 2005. So I don't know when Comixology started. If they started before 2005, then they knew before I did. But I was thinking that, you know, you could sell to, if I could create a way that you could set up your subscriptions of what you wanted, and I'm getting tired, which is good. That'll be cut out. All right. Anyway, I need to wrap this up. But yeah, I'll tell you more if you're interested. If you actually watch this, if the algorithm gods of YouTube and TikTok bless me, then I would love if you would. What was it? On TikTok, I would love if you would follow me, because I would love to get to 1,000. And if you can look at my profile and I have 1,000, I don't care about you. Don't follow me. And then on YouTube, I would say something like, I really need you to subscribe and click the bell and comment and all those things that you hate people saying. But man, 35-minute video. I don't know. I love you guys.